Hey guys, this is SunsFan, and this isn't really a new series per se, but I think every couple of weeks or so we're going to come out with a video like this that showcases some of the changes to our website because, I don't know, sometimes they go unnoticed because we just continually update things without letting people know all of the, updates. Some people just don't know where to find those updates, so this is going to be kind of a way to showcase them to you pretty easily. So first thing you may notice on the front page, the news section is dramatically different. Well, kind of behind the scenes, if you guys haven't noticed, we've picked up an array of writers, which I have to say are, I'm, the applications we got for the writing section were just ridiculously good. I was shocked that there were so many. We had to say no to a lot of people that we really wanted because we just didn't have that many spaces available. But Cheppy and Immortal have done an amazing job at managing these writers, and the writers themselves have done even better job of writing. I mean, I have to say, as far as Dota 2 sites go, we have the best writers, bar none. And I know I'm very biased, but if you just read the articles, you'll probably find that out yourself. Anyway, so as far as design goes, you'll notice the featured section is pretty different here. We had to change the aspect ratio a bit, but I think overall it looks way better than it used to, much more professional. And then if you go down, you'll see that the filter section, which we'll get to in a second, but the articles themselves just look much more, what's the word? They just look much more compact, more pleasing to the eye. If you highlight just little things like this, highlighting them highlights the actual post. I just think the entire section looks infinitely better, not, of course, including the writing itself. And the filter is the last part of that. If you've been to the live stream section, it's very similar to that. So if I want to do just featured articles, you get those, and then if you keep adding stuff on, I want competitive news on top of that, you'll get that in addition to it. And of course the reset will reset everything back to normal. So just a little heads up of what we've done here on the news page, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. Now if we go to the Vods section, a couple of new changes in here as well. Now some of the behind the scenes work would be fixing a lot of the small bugs that there's just too many to mention. And of course, making it faster. The filter's going to be a lot faster now. Now, one addition that I wanted to talk about, we talked about this in the release, where if you select multiple teams here, it'll show primary results, which is just these two teams, and then secondary results would just be the singular teams. And the biggest complaint, or I don't know if I want to call it a complaint, was that we didn't have that for the casters. Well, now we do. So if I click, let's say, LD and Gods, you will get LD and Gods casts, which is awesome. And of course you can combine it with the teams. So let's say I want to see LD and Gods cast only EG games. Well, looky there. You have LD and Gods doing just EG games. So pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Aside from that, you'll notice that the search bar is completely gone. Where could that have gone? Well, we figured there was actually a little bit easier way to do this. What if we just open up the filter like this and just start typing? What happens? Well, let's see. If I want to do, let me see who's on the second page here. Okay, IG. Say I want IG. Just type IG and the letters come up. Oh, would you look at that? Now this doesn't highlight it for you. It just gives you the gives you an idea of where you should click, because I think it would be kind of annoying to just keep typing things and it being wrong occasionally. So for now, unless you guys think otherwise, it's just going to highlight it. You have to select it yourself. So that's kind of what, and of course it works for the filter section as well. Let's say I want to do too good. It shows me too good here. I click that and there you go. Pretty simple stuff. Last but not least, if I go to the sidebar, which we'll get into this in just a second here, but if you want to know little stuff like this that gets changed, and obviously we're not going to make a video showcasing every single change that goes onto the website, there's a change log right here. So if I click here, it has the forum for the change logs, and this is the latest post showing all the little things to the Vods section that have been changed, such as, oh, okay, I can actually go through this. One cool little change here, if I click on this example, and I think I need to pause this. Yes, I do. Before, like let's say game 2 or 3 were in multiple parts and I click them, or I'm sorry, if game 2 and 3 are multiple parts, it would show, which kind of spoils it because you're like, oh, I know if game 3 is part 1 and part 2, obviously there is a game 3. So what we've done is, like we just loaded this game, we know game 1 is just game 1. Click on Game 2. There's a Part 1 and Part 2 after you've clicked it, which is sweet. And same thing for that. And if you click out of it, it gets rid of those parts. And we're going to mute that real quick. Okay. So that, I think, small things like this are just, they just help the section overall, the integrity of the spoiler-free system that we advertise so much. So that's pretty much it for the things we've changed. Now, question is, what's next on our list? There is probably there's an infinite list of things that I want to get to. Obviously, we don't have multiple lifetimes of work. God, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. There's just so many things to do. One thing I will tease you with, which will be in a picture I'm going to put on the screen right now, is this, which is the most highly suggested feature ever. By far, the #1 suggested feature from you guys, and that will be coming into the site within 2 weeks or so. So look out for that. Another thing that we're going to be going over or editing on the website is the sidebar. We're going to be redesigning this. I don't think it really fits with what's going on here on the news section anymore, so we're going to make it look a little slicker, and also add in additional tickers such as a VOD ticker, so you can see the latest matches that were played, and another highly suggested feature, which a lot of other sites have, is an upcoming match ticker, which a lot of people consider the main thing that's been missing from our site, which I kind of agree with. So we will be adding that in. Okay, so that is it for the updates to DotaCinema.com. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks to the new writers for gracing us with their presence and their amazing articles. And of course, thanks to Immortal and Cheppy for managing them. Also thanks to Buka and Pietro, as usual, for helping out with, well, doing all the work on the website, basically, as far as programming is concerned. And anybody else I'm forgetting to mention, iMeister, of course, for the Vods section and streams, thank you. And anybody else I'm forgetting to mention, I apologize. There's just too many people. If you guys like updates like this on a more constant basis, be sure to like us on Facebook and Twitter at DotaCinema, which is for both. So, okay, let us know in the comments if you guys enjoy this, because I'm thinking about, like I said in the introduction, of doing this every couple of weeks or so. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.